Hello, everyone! Welcome back! New channel, same faces, back to back days. We're super excited to be here. Thank you, Blep, our lovely charity relay raid. We're so excited. Oh my gosh! Okay, let's try and get this quick and dirty out of the way. I'm Jess. I use they, them pronouns. I go by Burst of Hope on the tweeters, and I am one of 3 caretakers at Utopia, which is where we hosted the part 1 of this lovely 2-shot. Today we are finishing up this beautiful TTRPG improv game made by Honey, and we are raising funds for the charity for Trans Lifeline, which is for trans people by trans people, and their mission is to connect trans people to the community support and resources they need to survive and thrive. We love them dearly because it's peer support, it's community, not cops, it's dismantling white supremacy, it's structural, not pathological. So we are very excited to be a part of this grand charity relay. I think that's all I need to say, so I'm gonna pass it along to Izzy.
Hello, it's Izzy again. If you're here for a second time, for the first time, if you're not here for a second time, or if you don't know who I am, you know what? You will today. Hi, I'm awkward. It's great. You can find me on Twitter at Z_mist, Mr. the Y, because I'm fancy like that. Or you could find me usually at home in bed, just playing Animal Crossing. I'm counting down for that November 5th release. Let me know if you're playing also. And thanks for coming today. Jay, I think, is after me, right?
Well, I am
Yes,
now.
now.
Announced
Hey,
it.
everybody. I'm ThatJayJustice. I go by ThatJayJustice on the Twitch and Twitters and Facebooks and all that fun stuff. I'm a cosplayer, a game developer, editor of graphic novels and literature, and you can find all kinds of fun cosplay and gaming content on all of my channels. I am super gay, super disabled, and super excited to roll some dice with these awesome folks. Let's go.
I think I'm next. Yes, it's me, Alesha. When I'm Energy98 on Twitter and Petti Energy on Twitch, because consistency was never my middle name. I will also be your local puntress, so prepare accordingly.
Our GM, our extraordinaire.
Hello, everybody. I am Honey, aka Honey and Dice. If you are here for part 2, because you joined us for part 1 yesterday, welcome back. If you were here for the first time and you did not actually see what exactly we're playing, this original setting, this original game created by yours truly, welcome. We're playing Hope and Happenstance. I'll just say this. Hope and Happenstance is a tabletop RPG that utilizes dice, improv, and the unpredictability of a deck of cards, or sometimes a wooden block tower, depending on the mobility and accessibility needs of my table, to create an on-the-spot RP adventure, putting the storyteller and the players on a level playing field by making it up as they go. This tabletop game celebrates the laughter, suspense, surprise, and delight that can be found in creative collaborative storytelling. So, whether the player decides to roll or pull, everyone at the table will be holding their breath. Mechanics are pretty simple. Everyone has a few d6s, and I, the storyteller, have a deck of cards and my own d6s. It's very simple. They come up with something that they need to use one of their special skills, which, by the way, are randomly chosen and assigned, or a unique item, and they can pull from a deck of cards. If they get a number card, they've succeeded. If they get a face card, well, then it's a matter of happenstance, or they can choose to roll. It's a straight contested roll, a d6 v a d6. Their d6 versus my d6. If they roll higher than me, they've succeeded. If they roll lower than me, well, then they get to pull twice from that wonderful deck of cards. One of the highlights of the game is that I have no setting before I sit down with my players. I have no time period. I cannot do what every storyteller loves to do, which is prep and world build. No, they tell me what their shared occupation is, and then they go ahead and tell me what setting they'd like to play in and the time period is like, and then after I get that information, we go straight into the adventure. And that's what happened yesterday. I decided that we are telling a story in a alternate parallel universe, modern AU type setting, where technology is more like a magical infused ancestral connection type of reality. That is, anything that is technological is actually ran on your connections and the power of your connections to your ancestors. Yes, this is what they came up with on the fly, and that's what I'm having to tell a story about.
You're
Last
welcome.
last we
It was
left
so
off.
good.
Last we left off, we had a wonderful crew. We had Mabel, we had Kora, we had Brie. Guess which one of the characters is pretty much just cheese themed?
Fantastic.
And then we had Fixie, and they were all on their way to a new city and a new location because they were all crew for a traveling roadshow called Sunny's Sideshow. While on that train, they made requests to the matriarch of the whole troop, who no one actually gets to meet that often, wanting a hot tub and a bunch of plants, or a train car that's basically a greenhouse to be added. While they were making their requests, the train halted, came to a complete stop. Power went out. They all heard whispers from their variety of different ancestral connections telling them, don't you get your butt off this train. So they stayed put and began to journey towards the conductor's cart to see what exactly happened. On the way there, many exciting things happened. They picked up Teddy, who's an amazing tenor and part of the Barbershop Quartet Act. They spent a little bit of time in a Galaxy Pennies, and unfortunately they did not have Venti as a size and only had Sparkle Fizzle Sizzles or something else I came up with, coffee, tea, and water. Another cart, they went through a very rigorous interview process and left with a golden spoon and some paper cranes. And then last but not least, they made it to a cart full of spectral, holographic looking, adorable animals. And Kora decided to pet one, and while lovingly boop snooped, well, nobody knows exactly what happened, but got stuck in a squat position as everyone began to overhear the chitter chatter of a whole bunch of ancestors. It was a thing. Now I'm going to be quiet for just a second as we have an important PSA that's going to be delivered by our amazing Thimbo and our amazing Jess.
Yes, okay, because I saw the chat and I was a dingus and forgot. Hello, we're on Friends Who Roll Dice. In addition to the charity relay having a larger goal at hand, Friends Who Roll Dice is hosting their own small campaign that contributes to that fund, and the initial goal here for tonight is $100. To support that, we decided, a high improv game, what's better than incentivizing all of those mechanics? So we do have exclamation incentives as the command in chat, and for $10, you can give a player of choice one pull. $20 is a double pull for that one character you choose, and 30 is a triple pull. The pulls are chaotic for us, so I do encourage all the chaos. Kora is already ready, stuck in a frozen squat, doesn't matter. And last incentive size would be $50. We drop a pull for all of the players. That's a lot of chaos. That's a whole lot of chaos. And then the last few chat commands we have is exclamation point donate for the link to the campaign, and exclamation point charity, and exclamation point game to highlight the fact that Honey made this game. Yay! That's it.
Quick question. Honey, did you reshuffle the deck, or are we working with the exact same deck we had yesterday, minus all the cards we drew?
Minus all the cards.
So I was going to start with minus all the cards, or I was supposed to start with, okay, yes, minus all the cards. I couldn't find them for a
Dope.
second.
You're like, uh-oh.
So we're starting with minus all the cards. But
So we pulled a lot of
so-
numbers, and then
so
the
the-
face cards mean bad things because
So
Cora's lost one of 3 hearts.
We're all gonna roll, so that way we have at least a chance to avoid drawing a card.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Drama,
Honey.
drama.
right?
Oh.
But if we don't roll higher than honey, we have to draw 2 cards, right?
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
I think we'll mix it up because yesterday we didn't roll as much. Today we're gonna do some rolls.
Guess I'm
Valid.
again.
Okay,
I
cool. Just want to
do
make sure.
believe in chat we already got $10 donated, and
Oh,
it looks like that
no!
poll is going to our cheese master, Brie.
Yes, it is.
Oh, one last note, because this game was so improv. Like, we started yesterday at 7 p.m. on the dot, had knowing nothing. We picked 3 skills, 3 items, and then we redistributed, right? So because of that, I do want to highlight the fact that Honey is such, in addition to having a beautiful, wonderful voice that I could listen to all day, a very caring person inside and out. So we have, as a table, gone over all of our safety tools. We are very acutely aware of our lines and veils, including our producer. Thank you, producer. I get to just play today. I'm so excited.
You want to go over what we had in our bags before we start?
The hell?
Oh my gosh! Who?
Wow!
Let's go!
Yeah, I will be upping that
Amazing.
goal in just a second. Do not mind me.
Oh my god!
Trucks.
What?
We
I'm
haven't
sorry.
even
I'm
gotten
blushing.
started
We
yet.
haven't
This
even
is-
started rolling.
So nice.
This is what I mean. Kindness, genuine kindness is what we're seeing right now. And I really appreciate seeing that in action. Because I always say, being kindness is an action verb. Love is an action verb. And that's where we are.
That's legit, like your brand, and I love it. And Sphinx, shout out to Sphinx. You're such an
Absolutely.
awesome person. Always here to support. Like, thank you.
Sphinx also says everyone can pull twice.
Yeah.
I get to pull
So-
3 times.
I think we didn't tell chat that pulling can also make us lose a life, and we only have 3.
Some of us only
I
have
had
2.
no idea.
actually.
It'll be
And Kora only has 2 lives.
They stuck in a deep squat. I'm so sorry.
15 minutes, goal number 1 met. Let's go. All right.
Dope.
So this is what we're going to do to start with. I am going to start with the everybody pool and then have Brie do a second pool, and that will help us get our adventure. Now, well, everyone's pulling twice, so I'm going to go to each person.
Juicy. Let's go.
Oh, thank you. Give me just a few seconds to actually think about what these happenstances will be. But again, if you've just joined, face card means happenstance. That's just another train passing by. And number card means good. It's good. It's safe. And
We
because
need hope.
we have a hope, a little bit of hope. So is everyone ready? Does anyone want to volunteer to go first?
I do.
Oh, you okay? All right. So, first pull for Brie. Numbers.
Okay,
Good.
Okay.
Face
Everything's
now.
coming up, Xavier.
Second pull for Brie. Numbers.
Everything.
Oh,
continues
no,
to come
no.
up, Xavier.
And I'm gonna just shuffle this a
If Kora has 2 good pulls, do they get a heart back?
little. Yes.
Oh, I hope you get 2 good pulls.
I hope so too.
All right. I'm gonna come back to you, Brie, for your third after we find out what's happened. All right.
Absolutely.
Now we'll go to Mabel. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First pull.
Hey.
Numbers. Second pool. Numbers.
Oh my God, it's going so well.
Your ancestors are very proud of you. Your
Thank you so
ancestors
much.
are
Oh my
still
God,
trying
so
to get
good
in
to hear.
contact with your uncle. The whole thing.
Okay, hold on.
fine.
Wait a minute. I have to bring this up because I didn't actually know this one, but Xavier is also a cheese.
I was like, isn't it? I don't know
even do
enough
that
French
well.
pronunciations.
Ugh.
So it's CHEVRE. But yeah, the way
Yeah,
I said
it's
it
a real
appeared I'm like,
cheese.
nope, that's cheese.
I thought you knew that one. Okay.
I didn't actually. That one was not intentional. Punning is in my blood. Do you believe it now?
I hate that I
Right
brought
alongside
it
the
up.
cheese, I guess.
Fixie. Are you ready?
Boy. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to meet my fate.
Oh, bless.
Okay.
And the spades too.
Hey!
All right.
Hey.
Okay. One more pool. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Oh no!
Mm.
So,
What do I
chat,
do?
we have one happenstance, and I will narrate what happens after we finish with Kora's pools.
Okay.
Ooh. All right.
Ooh, ooh, she says.
Are you ready, Kora?
Dope. Love that for me.
See, now I need the chat to weigh in. Would an ace count as a face card, or would an
is-
ace count as a number card? What do you think? What do we think?
Is it a 2 or is it a 12?
Ace is a
Or
number
13.
card. There's no face
Yeah.
on that card.
Okay.
That's
This
true.
one is,
Yeah.
That's a
down the
1.
chat. All right.
All right. Going good. One more.
Yo, that is my look right there. Thank you, Queen. Love it.
Okay, and let's get
This
Bree's
works.
last pull out the way. It's a number.
Bitch.
Jesus, just
Run. Stress.
It's valid. The hearts are in your favor.
okay.
Okay.
So we get to just come out the gate.
Couldn't
Just
channel the heart of the cards. Nope.
10,
Does
No.
this make me Yami Yugi? Is that why this keeps working?
8.
Clearly.
I get it now.
Damn.
Alrighty then. You all are in the cart right before the conductor's cart. You have heard the voice of your ancestors. You've heard the voice of your ancestors warning, encouraging you, and arguing with the other ancestors. You have even overheard probably things you shouldn't have about certain ancestors who are choosing this moment in this train to punish their descendants for just being horrible people. But in this moment, as Kora is stuck in their deep squat, Mabel almost made contact with the uncle that owes them something, but that didn't quite work out. Brie's ancestors whispered to her about, cheese will expire if they don't actually get the power back on, but everything is going good for them, and so on. Fixie, there is a moment where your ancestors have finished saying, because we mind our own business, and they're all in our business. And then just for a moment, that bit of warmth that you always feel because of your strong connection with your ancestors goes cold. And there's no more whispers. And for the first time, it's as if you are alone. And then you just hear it cutting in and out. I said, and just back and forth, no clarity as
Happening.
and it's just back and forth as if there is a lot of interference with your connection with your ancestors at this moment.
There's evil in the world and it's blocking me from salvation.
And as you all are in this particular card, and it does start to get slightly warmer, clammier, muggier. That's a good word for it, muggier. It said wet heat. Kora, you hear your ancestor in their chill and mellow tone. Oh, okay. So like, not to alarm you at all, because life is better chill, but I think I'm fading a little bit, like fading just a little bit, but it's cool. It's cool.
Like For real? Or like temporary? No, I just
I'm
found
trying to-
you.
I'm just trying to, like, I've had my time, but, like, it's your time now. And you feel that the pressure that was keeping you in that particular squat seems to be lessening. And you almost feel as if there is an exchange taking place. And you see temporarily the flicker of the ancestor who had been whispering to you. And as you become more solid and stop flickering, they slowly fade out. Remember the cool down and the stretch. Remember the cool down and the stretch. And you are freed from your deep squat.
Oh,
It's quiet.
beans. Okay, yep, I'm gonna feel that one. You see them pounding their thighs a little bit. I've never unwillingly stayed in a squat that long before, gotta say. Not a fan. But I'm back. Was I gone?
It just
We
looked
thought
like you were
that
in a
ghost
squat.
cat had dragged you off to hell. You all right? You all right?
Well,
Yeah,
oh,
I
oh,
mean-
so
Have a
that-
cramp? A Charlie horse in your leg? You all right? Oh, Jesus.
No. It'll take more than that. Like, no, Charlie. No, I'm hydrated. It's all good. No Charlie horses today. That cat was so cute. But then there were so many voices. Not even my people's voices. And then I lost. One of my family brought me back. I wanted to ask them more questions, though. But I'm back.
And with this, the cacophony of voices, it's kind of a fades to the background, like the sound of a air conditioning or something like that, but it's not as clear as it once was. Are you all staying in the cart that you are in now, endeavoring to move forward? The adorable animals in the room just sort of flicker in and out, but the door in front of you to the conductor's cart seems to slowly open and then close, and then slowly open and then close.
like a swaying train sort of motion or like a haunting sort of motion?
I think that's open to private interpretation. Like the door is sliding open and then shutting again, but it's not
Take
slamming.
this butter knife and touch the door gently to see if perhaps I can make sure the door is really there, or is a dumpy door. I don't know what is this door going to the next car or going to the next level of hell? I don't know.
Okay.
I can't trust nothing in this train car.
Do you want to pull or do you want to roll for using? Well, yeah.
I'm
Do you want to
gonna
pull or
roll.
do you want to? Okay. Remember, if it's even with an object, it's a success.
Oh, okay. Come on, lucky dice. It's a
Fixie's
2.
the best.
All right.
You're able to slide that butter knife right in when it's about to shut, so it doesn't shut all the way. Would you like to twist it to prop the door open, or you just like to hold it there to see what you can see?
I'm just trying to look through. I don't want to like risk anything.
The room inside is dark, but all of the consoles that exist in this conductor's train seem to be giving off a faint orange, like burnt umberish kind of glow.
I've never been in here before. It's supposed to do that? What is this?
We've got like this much vision, so I'm just trying.
Is the train we're
Hell.
in right now, it's still getting like hot and sticky and whatnot? All right, okay, so I gotta go because my hair cannot do this. I'm just gonna move on to the next train, and y'all, if you hear me scream, maybe call someone, and then no, you know what? Come for me, then we'll call. It'll work better that way, I promise. And Mabel will kind of start to make her way forward toward the door, assuming that it's been blessed by the butter knife already.
Yeah, it sort of can't close all the way because of the butter knife, and then just sort of stays ajar as you approach it.
But if the knife touch the door, that means a human hand can touch the door. So it is safe to go in there, I think. Let's try.
Oh, I mean, that sounds right. I think I've heard that before. Yeah, just push it open some more.
Yeah, and you see a conductor's cart. Now, the technology used to power public transportation is really dependent upon the histories and the legacies of the people who helped to build the cities or helped to farm the land and so on. So these conductors panels, so to speak, have been created to sort of allow the people who are driving, the people who are riding, the people who have purchased a ticket to give just a little bit of that ancestral energy towards keeping the trains moving and going and so on. So I'll ask this question because it's your characters. Have any of your characters really ever explored or tried to go into a conductor's or a
Yes.
That's the
captain?
call. of the
Tell me
conductors.
about your masculinity.
Sorry. Anyway, have any of you endeavored to use any type of transportation outside of the norm, which is like bicycles and so on?
Went to the train museum one time and look on the old train them. This train is different.
Yeah, I feel like this might have been an upgrade for our troop. Like this is probably the first fancy ride we got to move from town to town. I know Kora has not.
All right. So with that information, you see a large panel in front of you that has like 3 screen-like panels. 2 of them look like they've been designed for someone to place their hands, and the one in the center has a few keys on it where people can push buttons, and there's this tree formation, almost like a family tree, where there's a start and then there's 2 other ones, and then from those 2 other ones there's 3 other ones, and so on, that make up the control panel, so to speak, of this particular conductor's cart. There's a seat for the conductor. There are a few like emergency pulls if someone needs to stop the particular train from moving. There's this mini bookshelf built into the side that has like all of these leather bound books in it, and it smells strongly of corn chips and tiger balm. In this
Yes!
particular,
Let's go!
like this
But
heady
how
aroma,
did you get inside my house?
where it's just like this heady aroma of like corn chips and tiger balm that lingers here. As you all enter this conductor's cart, what would you like to do?
So start. So was it that you said one of the screens is also this ancestral suite? Or
Mhm.
what? All the okay.
There's 2 where you can put your hands, like your handprint. Then in the center, it's not lit up, which is probably important to note, but there are like these spaces and places that could light up that make up a family tree that is the center console.
I'm gonna
Are
try to
those
reach
space-
out to my ancestors. How does this work? Oh, what we finna do in here? There's too much button to press. Help us!
All right, and Brie, what are you doing while Fixie
Uh,
calls upon the ancestors?
Bree's gonna stick the spoon. Bree is going to stick the spoon in one of those spaces. See if it works. It was a spoon from the ancestors, and perhaps it will work here.
Teaspoon.
Would
You're an
you-
improvised weaponry.
Yes.
Exactly.
But are you going to use improvised weaponry or are you going to use the spoon?
Bree is using the spoon specifically, so this will
Mhm.
be a roll.
You can roll.
That is a 5. So 2 pulls.
Oh.
Speed run, speed run, speed run, speed run.
Numbers.
Good to go.
numbers.
I'm trying. I am trying.
And you hear just as you gently like press the spoon against the first. It's a box, but it has rounded edges. This first little panel at the top, it starts to glow. And I'll ask this question. What color is Brie's favorite cheese?
It's actually a pale yellow. It's kind of like, the Stilton cheese that kind of has the little peppering of it appears to be dill, but there's actually no dill in the process. It's like that pale yellow.
You start to see that first box glow with this pale yellow glow. And then you see the name of your great, 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 great grandparent of unknown gender, but it's the start of your family tree and that very first slot. And it flickers and it flickers and it flickers, and nothing quite seems to change yet. But it flickers like the cursors blink when it's waiting for more information to be provided. And the golden spoon slowly fades out of sight into a tiny explosion of golden sparkles. But that first panel continues to glow and is lit up with that name.
Oh. Glit, 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 glit. Glanbelt kommt. They really know how to come through in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
It's very good. That's very good. Since you had some success there, I'm gonna try with one of my cranes. I also got them from the ancestors, bless their hearts. Let me just set one of these little paper cranes right here on the open area before the unlit guy, and see what happens. Now let me know if this works.
Go ahead.
Still waiting
and
on that
roll.
uncle. Let's see. Totally forgot to get my dice ready, so we are using Google today. Come on, Google. Oh, that's a 3. No, Google said no.
Okay. First pull. Spades. Second pull. Spades.
Bless.
Ancestors are truly with us right now.
They're with some of us, yeah. I was just trying to be honest.
As you set your crane, one of the cranes down on the space, so great grandparent or whatever is at that top, glowing, and so yours would be probably the next available panel. What was the color of the last dance costume that Mabel tried to put together for her impromptu performances?
Oh, yeah, it was rainbow sequins.
Okay.
The show itself was all in black, so if she was going to burst out on stage and make herself known, she had to stand out, and she did.
You see that paper crane dissolve into the golden sparkles, and you see your great grandmother Myrtle's name pop up there. And the light is like a prismatic, like it flickers between colors, like through the whole Roy G. Biv spectrum and then back again, you notice. As the second thing is starting to glow, on the line between the first and this second little sorry, my brain is stuck in work mode, so I said process flow box, but the second the second tree box, you see a line starts to form between those two, and you see one of the panels that allows you to press your hand into it, the glowing orange light gets a little bit brighter. So it seems like you all are on the right track. And you just hear, yes, I told you that she would get it. I completely told you that she would get it. Oh my goodness, I could not be prouder. And then you've got the, but it was my great grandchild who initiated the whole process, is it not? I don't think it matters who did it first. I don't really think it matters who did it first. I think what matters is this one changes colors more than the other one. I don't know if that's a significant thing. You know, sometimes when the cheese changes colors, it is because it is molding. It doesn't always mean that it is a good thing. Did you, like, was that an insult? Did you just call my great granddaughter mold? No. I would never. You all are probably not supposed to overhear this conversation between your ancestors. When that line lights up, you both can hear both of your ancestors at the same time communicating, and it's just a little bit awkward. Just a tiny bit awkward. Now, Fixie, you were attempting to call out to your ancestors. We do have a poll for Mabel that we're going to do here in a second. But Fixie, would you like to pull a roll?
Going to roll.
Okay. So I get to roll. Okay.
And we're going for higher than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roller Rod did too.
I also got a 2.
Oh, so that works because ties
What does
are
that
in the
mean?
player's favor. Yes.
That means I'll allow you to roll one more time, and if that is higher than mine, it is a success.
Okay.
Higher than the 2. So
Oh
you'd
my
have
God,
to roll a 1
please.
to fail.
Oh my God. Roll a 5.
There you go. You hear, Fixie, come in. Can you hear me? Fixie.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, is all of these people will not shut up. It was like a minute I could not come through. How are you doing?
We are in confusement.
Yes. Okay, I only have a few seconds. What is it that I can help you with? You can ask me one question. Oh, I said shut up. I am talking to my child. Okay, your turn. What is it?
We are in the conductor station room. We need to get the train running. We don't know how to operate the train or how to channel the energy to make the train go. We are here, but we don't know what to do.
Oh. I am going to be honest. When I was not in the state that I was now, we did not have a trains. So, I think the whole thing is, you know what? Let me go ask somebody. I'm going to go ask. Hey, Trixie, this one wants to know. Oh, you're busy. Okay, but okay. Trixie is busy, so I will say maybe you can try put something like what they did. Put something, and then maybe something will happen.
All right, thank you.
We believe in you. You are good. You are smart. You are good.
All right, Granny, lend me your strength, please.
Okay.
Okay.
That was it. You just hear like, and Kora. All right. Can you hear me? Am I coming through?
Yeah.
I'm not normally the one that does this kind of communication because I kind of like operate at a completely different level. I like doing cardio. Cardio is where I live. It's so much cardio, it's so much movement and so on. But here I am, here you are, and there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Yeah, the one before me, they are yeah, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. We gotta finish the workout. We gotta finish the god dang it. What did they do? They gotta
Stress.
we gotta finish the workout. Um yeah, so yeah, what's going on? Yeah. What you got? What you got for me?
Yeah, like everyone here, we're at this, this is the final countdown. I think we're supposed to put things into the machine to like make it work, and it looks like a tree and it's kind of dope.
Ooh. It's like a tree. It's like a connector thing. It's like somebody is putting together a workout with like different things. We're gonna start with like the strength, then we're gonna go to cardio.
Circuits.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think we can do this. We can like do like a Tabata kind of thing, timing kind of thing. What do you have? What do you have in your bag? What did you pack? What is gonna go on?
I mean, got me my water because you gotta stay hydrated. Someone gave me like a box of matches, and they smell really good, like sandalwood, very soothing. Probably would pair really well with like the echoes of Tiger Balm that we've got in the room. And I don't go anywhere without a resistance band.
Cause you never know. You never know. Like you may be bored and you just need to get a few reps in. Gonna admit, I'm mostly cardio. I don't really put together routines like this that well, but I do think that if you go with whatever your instincts are telling you, I think would be great.
Okay.
Everyone's tripping in here.
Instincts.
Everybody in here is tripping. It's like a whole thing because somebody got mad. Somebody got mad that their descendant was like total waste of space. And so it just became a thing and then like pulled like more ancestral resources than they should have from the whole like power
That's
bank.
mad greedy.
Yeah. That's not working for me. So like do what you need to do, but I'm not supposed to tell you this, and I really like, oh, I don't know if I should tell you this. We didn't hear this from me, right? I'm gonna, you can't see me because I'm invisible and like in your head and communicating with you with like all this kind of stuff, but I'm turning the opposite way. So I'm not technically telling you. I'm just telling people in general. Yeah, outside there is inheritance interference, which means like a storm is starting because the different veins of ancestral magic are starting to sort of coalesce. Oh my goodness, like that was my word of the day. One of these, like, I forgot how many years ago, but coalesce was like, it's an awesome word.
Yeah.
So it's probably like a good idea if the train like moves. Um, no pressure, no pressure. It's not like, well, it is absolutely like it could rip the train apart if it builds to a certain level.
Oh, so like we'd lose you and you'd lose us, and that's ideally not what we want.
Yeah, that would suck for everyone.
Okay. I think I can do this. I don't think this is a workout thing. Like I do a lot of working out, but this is like the most I've ever talked to you all. This is pretty dope.
I mean, we've not really like that's on us. Like that's on us. Like we like that's probably on us because you've always just been so awesome and like learning like who you are and what you're about and being comfortable there. And like so we were like, you know what? They've got this. They've got this. So like what is there for us to like you had it and like we're just really proud because like people are like you have to be this or that and you have to exist like this or like that and you're like that or really just it's just never been our family thing and you just kind of like you know what forget or let's do and let's like totally work this out and you really own that so that's on us like we probably should have given you more encouragement and like we're here for you but we've been watching this whole time.
Okay. I feel the love. Thanks.
Yeah, you're awesome. And okay, I'm gonna go because I
Yeah, you
don't
should.
know if spirits can actually fight, but someone's taken off a shoe. So I will I'll come
Not
back.
the chanclas. Okay, good luck. I got this. And I think if anyone like can see, like if you're standing next to Kora, you kind of see, you know, a little glassy-eyed, and they slowly start to pull out one of those sandalwood matches, and they're like, "Okay, hear me out. Doesn't make sense with normal engineering rules, but this is a tree, and we've been talking to family, so I'm gonna put my heart into striking this match and putting it in the keyhole and like honoring not just my ancestors, but all the ones that have been trying to talk to us. I think this is important."
Honestly, out of the things we've done to try and fix this, yours makes the most sense, honestly.
And really, I think you're not putting enough into scented matches. They're just like candles, but cheaper. And you know, they don't burn as long. They will provide very little warmth. But oh my god, the scent, you know, the scents.
I don't think you can make it worse. Put the thing in there.
Okay.
Fixie, you do hear a voice. What are you going to put out there? You have to put something out. Everybody else has put something. What are your things you're going to put out there? Fixie, you can't embarrass us like this. What are you going to put out?
I take my heart-shaped wish stone and I hold it up and I send the positive energy and I try to imbue everyone in the room with the warmth and acceptance of who they are and to feel it as if they are honoring their family by being the one group of people in here that is being cooperative, respectful, and continuing to progress despite everything against us in this moment.
Okay, so Mabel, we have a poll for you. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I don't know why I keep pulling spades for you.
We know why.
I'm black. Thank you. My actual ancestors watching out. Yes.
The shade. So with that said, Kora, you're going to drop a match in the keyhole. Okay. And Fixie, are you going to put the heart thing on the tree panel? Like
Yes.
where they put the, okay. So I will ask, do you all want to pull or roll for this to see what happens?
I'm gonna roll.
Okay. The use of an object.
Four.
Okay. And Kora, would you like to roll for the use of your object or pull?
Listen, these polls have not been my friend, and I kind of want to push it like it's got to be this one, but that's a gambler's mentality, so I think I'm going to roll this time.
Okay.
Bless me with an evens, and that is a 4.
I legit wanted you to get even.
I'm just staring at my one heart. I'm like, it's all I got left.
No, you should, well, wait a minute. You
Yeah.
pulled a face card last time, but
Yep.
I gave you your face card. Wait. You should be at 2.
Oh,
Last
you
time,
let me just stitch this heart together.
I'm not gonna argue
then.
about Kora having more.
So you
hearts.
need to pull
Never
2
mind.
face cards to lose a heart, not just one?
No, somebody asked me could I give them their heart back at the beginning if they
Oh,
pulled a
you never
success.
answered, so I didn't know you
I
did.
said yes.
Oh,
I didn't
I
see that. I feel
yes.
bad now. Oh no.
There you go. I'm gonna give. Yeah, that's you take that. Oh,
So you
you
do
look
have to.
exhausted,
Okay.
honey.
okay. We're at 2. We're safe. We're good. It's good. I'm ready.
Okay. And let me narrate what happens. There's this wonderful smell of sandalwood that mingles with the tiger balm and corn and overpowers the corn chip, so it no longer smells like Dustin's feet. So it's a more it's a more comforting, warm smell. And as you all inhale this fragrance, you'll also feel warm in your heart, like a sense of comfort, like you all are being looked out for from the beyond. And that match drops into the keyhole. Now, might not be the best idea in the world to drop something burning down an empty keyhole, since it might melt the metal. But for the sake of narrative, you see that there's a burst of flame that comes out of the keyhole and then slowly simmers down into just a crackling burn inside whatever this mechanic is. And the heartstone fades into the golden sparkles. And then to the left, you have Mabel's great grandmother Myrtle's name. And then to the right, you see it flickers for a little bit before in this dark green and like gradient glowing color, you see Trixie fade into as your great aunt Trixie's name comes in. And so now you can also overhear the conversations that are happening between Mabel's ancestors, Brie's ancestors, and then your own. Nobody else is quite yet. Because Kora's match is not on the tree, you do see and start to hear the whirring of machinery starting to come back online, and the emergency lighting does come on in the conductor's train. But yeah, and for a moment, it seems like things are going your way. What are your next steps?
Well, fortunately, I bought these tiny bottles of gas station wine for all of us to celebrate. Congratulations. It's let's see, Sonoma brands, just like the city in California, but not. And maybe we'll hand out those little like plastic, like bare. It should say barefoot. It says bare feet, BEAR. And just hands those out like, congratulations, we did it. The train's gonna run. The lights are on. I think this is how it's supposed to go.
Are we celebrating too early, Mabel?
No.
Do we have everyone else back? Like it looks
It is
like
too
the
early
clock
for this
will move.
colored hand sanitizer. Hold on.
Colored and scented.
Fun fact, hand sanitizer that has no, this actually isn't a pun. Fun fact. Hand sanitizer that, you know, has that particular smell, like, oh, I want to have lemon scented or whatever, typically actually has flavoring added to it because it's actually cheaper to add flavoring instead of doing actual scented chemical.
And in the same factories where they make the bare feet wine.
Possibly.
That is canon for this world. They make hand sanitizer and gas station wine at the same location because gas
Love
stations
that
is
for
where
us.
people actually go to consume things that may give them gas because again, most people do not have cars. So gas stations.
It is the gas station.
Exactly.
All I'm saying, if you got the wine at Wawa, I'm all in. I'm ready to go. Wawa
that is
has my
some- no,
full
Wawa-
complete trust.
Quality
Wawa?
wine.
Hold on.
Yeah, is that what
I know, right?
I still haven't been to a Wawa. So
Do we
I
have time
Uh,
over the break? Because I'll be out there.
Yes. Oh, I
Oh
miss
my
Wawa.
lord. Okay. And so, as the train emergency power kicks on, you hear Teddy say, "Oh, something's happening.
We're doing it. Let's go. We're so close.
And with that, it may be a figment of your imagination, but you feel the train move like a surge, but not forward. You feel the train move slightly to the side, like something pushed it. and
Oh,
it
Lord,
righted
what is
itself.
this?
I don't want to go off the rails on a crazy train. I don't want to do that.
It's a pun.
Musical reference? I'm not sure that counts.
You trying to get DCMA'd on another channel?
Off the
didn't sing it.
rails. We're on a train, technically.
You know what?
And
Yes,
it's all people
never mind,
music.
add
Maybe
it.
you too young. I don't know.
Oh goodness. And the person who overheard the thing they weren't supposed to overhear, and it is kind of like beyond what you deal with, but when they mentioned inheritance interference that can cause a potential storm that could probably get the train knocked off the track unless you start moving forward, probably was some helpful information to have.
It's
Are we too late? What are we supposed to do now? Oh, Jesus.
See, and now she wants the wine. I don't know. I'm just saying. I offered before.
Look,
Seems
look,
too late now.
look, just because we're maybe a little off route, we're not quite going to where we want, doesn't mean our hope is lost. We just have to push more buttons, perhaps. Yeah, you know what? Yes, buttons. Hands slam against one of the panels.
Would you like to pull a roll?
We know what I want to do.
You want to roll? And
Oh, no,
risk
that's right.
two?
If I roll,
Or you can
then I
yeah,
get
you have a
more
chance to
pulls.
pull
Just
That's right.
twice.
No, yeah, pull twice. There we go.
oh,
We're rolling. Or rather, I don't know if I'm pulling twice yet or not.
And while this is happening,
A 6.
welcome all of your raiders.
Yes.
I can
Raiders.
welcome. Yeah, I got a 1. Your ancestors just hear every plea,
Love, yeah.
and you just
It's
You-
a good time.
press your hand against that panel and see like an outline in light trace around every finger. So it's like your handprint has been captured. A picture of it has been captured on the panel. And for a moment, you see projected almost in a holographic way as it goes through about 4 different generations of Xavier's. The pictures flicker. And it continues to do that as long as your hand is pressed against that panel. And you hear some more machinery start to sound like it's coming back online.
Bitch.
That's ancestral power works. I mean, yes, I knew this
Whatever
would
you
work
just
the
did, keep
entire time.
doing that. Do it again.
You maybe hit the other buttons too.
I mean, I only have two hands, but I sure.
Oh, you have to keep your hand there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you don't know.
Oh,
You don't know.
It's working while Brie has her hand on it, so Brie's
Yes.
not gonna move her hand. And she'll
You
otherwise,
stay
in the
right
case.
there. I will bring you whatever kind of cheese you want. Just stay there, hold your hand on the button, and we will get out of this. Yes, yes, yes. Sit down.
There is still one more panel.
Yeah, who hasn't like done a thing?
All of y'all have done various things with amazing pulls and rolls.
That's true.
There's one
All
panel
right,
that's
I
like
can-
not lit.
Correct.
I will try. Can I will try.
You're gonna press your hand against the other panel that had like the handprint kind of thing on it?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to roll or pull?
I'm going to roll.
The power of friendship.
3.
Hey, I got a 1.
Woo!
As you press your hand and hold it down, again, that same outline around your fingers to capture your handprint happens. A small holographic screen pops up, and you start to see the flicker through your generations of various ixies and so on. And you hear
I'm mixing them.
and you hear some more power come on, and it finally doesn't, like the heat that was building starts to feel like it is going down. Now, to give the audience and the players something that you probably don't know yet, but the people who normally drive in the conductor's train, once they've put in, like, there's investors and they'll put in their family tree to get the source of the power, and then themselves, they will put one hand on each side of the conductors panel and keep their hands there for like a few minutes here, a few minutes there to like put some more power into the train and just keep watching the power levels to see what needs to be added. And it's a manual process. How someone like Dustin got this job, who knows? But it's probably because he had plenty of energy to spare. And that's pretty much all you really need to be a basic conductor. Good conductors know how to channel and control and so on. Dustin probably just knew how to put his hands on there and make sure they had a very wealthy investor. That would be a cutscene from somebody just watching Dustin occasionally eat some snacks and then try to get the dust off his hands and put it back down and just keep going. It's probably the corn chip smell may not have come from his feet, but who knows?
So what you're saying is they
Oh, no.
didn't screen their conductors very well?
What she is saying is Dusty don't wash him hands. So the level of funkitude in the conductor station was building up from the unwashed hands mixed with the corn chips and the ear wax and whatever else. And then he put his hand on, and now I am touching it.
You're gonna need some
Oh.
of that. Here's the hand sanitizer again. There you go. See, got 2 uses out of that one.
Thank
At
you.
least now for the system, the Fixie is in.
That one's acceptable. I'm the honey head scratch. That's me. I feel that.
Oh my goodness. I fear the screenshots of this thing because it's just me smiling or giggling or holding my head down. So, with that, you all feel a shudder goes through the train and then it starts to move forward almost at this glacial-like speed. It is just, you have to crane your ear a little bit to kind of make sure you're hearing something move. Someone might be able to go look out a window and see if it's actually moving, but you hear the creaking and the moving of machinery as something is being powered, but not enough to give it a oomph. It's just starting to slowly inch forward.
I think Mabel is gonna check the window, just see if we can see if the train's moving or any signs of this storm.
Outside, it looks like the northern lights have descended within view of the window. It's all of these beautiful greens and pinks and reds are starting to swirl together. It's beautiful to see, but probably not the safest thing to be in. And occasionally, when it looks like it's coming very close to the train, you all feel another one of those rocks.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Hang on just a second. I know we're in danger. She'll pull out her fantasy iPad and hold it up to the window to take a picture. Oh my God, I never can remember the lock screen on this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Try 4, 3, 2, 1. Try the 4, 3, 2, 1 aspect of it.
Oh my God, you did it! You're always here for me. She'll take a picture several times, accidentally turn it off, turn it back on. It's a whole situation, and then turn back to the rest of the party. So, the storm is really nice. It's very beautiful, just gorgeous. Reminds me of the leaves changing in the springtime or the fall, whenever they're supposed to change. I don't know. However, I have noticed it does seem to be causing a little bit of turbulence aboard. So, maybe I should touch something as well, but not over there. That seems dirty.
Yes, no, absolutely. Please let us get the fromage out of here, whatever we need to do.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I'll go ahead and she'll just spritz this colored hand sanitizer / gas station white on one hand. There's a third panel, right? Did I miss that?
There's still the family tree panel that has about 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 more slots.
Okay. Redact then. She'll reach in her bag. I've got my lavender hippo. You know, these things are really nice. You microwave them on a bad day. They got all warm. They smell like flowers. Let me offer it up to the ancestors. Here you go. And just set that on one of the open spots.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to roll to see how the usage goes, or would you like to pull?
Let's roll.
Okay.
All
Either is a
right.
success.
That's a 6.
Y'all just. I don't know what it is about Mabel
Oh.
and Brie.
Ah,
They're just living their best ancestral connection life.
listen, this is what I call my grandmother every day, every other day. She is going to see this and feel upset. I should text her.
Some people just experience Brunust with their ancestors. Like burnout. But look, I tried, okay? You try doing a French accent and cheese puns at the same time. See how well you do.
You brought it upon yourself. No one asked for this.
Just because it's my fault doesn't mean I have to admit to it.
Oh, man.
Okay. The hippo. I do not like the word disintegrate, but it just collapses into, these beautiful golden sparkles. And you see another flashing Roy G. Biv light happen underneath the thing, and you overhear, I'm not saying, Myrtle, I'm not saying I don't owe her money. What I am saying is that at the time I did not know they was going to have another child, which is why I only had put the stuff aside for the other one. Now, if I had known that like my granddaughter would continue to be fertile, I would have and just in case, here's some more. But I did not deliberately deprive that child of any inheritance money, and I resent. Wait, can they hear us?
Is that Uncle Mikey? Is that you? Because listen, I don't want to have anything between them, but it's been a real awkward couple years, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying that there were promises made and they were not kept. I just want you to understand that. And I am here and I'm thriving. I'm thriving, okay? I'm living my best life. However, could it be better? Of course.
No more gas station wine.
I can
You just-
upgrade to a Wawa. Thank you.
You just hear her. Mabel, mate, how
I
or
can't even remember my name. Oh my god.
Oh, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. It's going fuzzy. It's going fuzzy. I can't. Oh, here's your aunt. Oh, typical. Typical. That's always what happens. And all of y'all that are connected family tree wise, so that's Fixie, Brie, and Mabel can all hear this happening. Kora blissfully can only hear your newer ancestral connection is just hyping you up. Just really the ultimate hype person. And we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got this, and I know that we've got it, and we have one more, okay, maybe two more. Oh, and that's a rock, but that's okay, because when the boat rocks, you rock with it. You rock with it. Okay, and here we go. Don't know what we're going with, but I think we should make a decision. Oh, there was another rock, and I think that was one of your second or third cousins. Wow, that is a bright pink. We should probably go, but I am not rushing you. Go at your own pace. It's important to go at your own pace.
Who's throwing rocks? What's going on? I don't understand. Okay. Dope. So, how's our family tree looking? How's this panel looking?
You've got 3 more slots that need to be filled.
3 more slots. In the conductor's room, do you think there would be emergency cables maybe frayed or just chilling somewhere?
You could definitely open up a panel, and because this is a newer thing, there could be something frayed there. May just so happen.
I think you see Kora bend down and try to start opening up panels and start looking for whatever string they can get a hold of and start braiding paracord style a rope together. And they want to try and like place it, I don't know, in a spiral on one of the panels, in something a little more oomph than just what a resistance band.
Oh, I like it. You want to see if there's any stray, like fraying cords and so on that you can, for lack of a better term, harvest from in the panels and stuff that is just looks like it's hanging off to braid together. Almost like
you know, those technical engineers, they don't actually give a shit. They throw all the spare parts in there. They're not doing anything.
to any structural engineers or developers who heard that, what we're saying is that we don't understand what you're doing, but I am pretty sure that you do. Fun
I stand by
fact.
just a statement. I don't care.
But with that said, what I'm seeing in my head, and it may not be, those, I call them useless, but like at camp when they make you make those things that you braid together and it's like a keychain made of all those plastic things. It becomes this.
Listen.
Is that what
Childhood Jess made like
Those were
12,
so
15 string
coveted at
versions
that
of
time.
those.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I
Oh,
never
the
knew
thing
what to
where
do
you
with
folded
them.
over each other, that thing?
The plastic
yeah.
braiding ones.
Yep.
I went hard. Square spiral, spiral knot,
Oh my
quadruple square.
Would you like
This is
to
a real life
roll-
skill for you that your character also happens to have. That's really funny.
Would you like to roll or pull for your
Oh god.
ancestral magic keychain?
You got 2 health. You're good.
I do. I also have that luck. Okay, you know what? It's been a while. I missed the cards. I would like to pull, dear
All right.
GM.
We are going to pull from
You
our
missed the
deck.
cards. I'm gonna remind you that you said this, that you missed the cards. All right.
And numbers. Look at that.
Bless.
As you're braiding and connecting all this together, your little keychain rope thing seems to glow with a faint energy. And when you go and place it on the appropriate square, it's an instant connection. It, instead of dissolving, it just almost looks like it's glued to the panel. It just sticks there. And if the little square begins to glow, a line connects to the rest of the items that are connected, and you start to overhear. Now we go from this. What I'm saying is meditation might be the best option. Okay, so I will meditate, and if anyone wants to deep breathe with me, this, I'm sensing a lot of tension. You just hear this person trying to just calm everyone down. So we're just going to just sit down on your, okay, you don't have to sit on your knees, but I'm going to go into child's pose. All right. Throwing things, I don't believe, is conducive to problem solving. And you overhear this other ancestor of Kora trying to infuse some chill into this whole thing. Failing miserably, and you just hear, if I wanted to be in a child's pose, I would not have grown up. If I wanted to be in a child's pose, I would not have grown up. I have grown up to make my money, to have my life, to have my kids. I don't need to be in a child's pose. A downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I am not a dog. I am not a dog. I don't need to be an upward facing dog, a downward facing dog. Okay, so I don't sense that you're open to this form of communication. Oh my goodness. Okay, you meditate and do the dog child thing. I am going to try to fix. And then what are you fixing? What are you fixing? Because nothing is fixing. Nothing has been fixed. I think it's ironic because she's named Fixie, but nothing has happened. You hear Brie say, oh my goodness. Brie's ancestors. Oh, This is one of the opportunities that I wish I could still consume cheese, something crunchy like a parmesan, so I could just watch this for days. This is just something. You hear the voice. I do not understand why you think this is my fault. I am trying to chastise my descendant. Anyhow, nobody wants to hear from you, Sir Alfredo. Nobody wants to hear from you. This is your mess. I don't feel like I am being heard. And I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone really cares. Our descendants are about to fix this whole thing. Your descendants are running trying to catch a train that's literally moving at snail's pace. How can you not move?
Train spread up.
Just with that new connection, you feel the train does start to surge a little bit faster.
The train said, yip, yip.
Yes.
And so with that happening, so we have Brie holding one panel down, Fixie holding another panel down, Mabel and Kora placing items. I think there's 2 more slots left.
I think so.
Yes. As the train starts to stutter and move and stutter and move, and now it kind of sounds like the storm is trying to create some off rhythm drumming beat against the train, but you're still on the track.
Jeez, so jeez. Mabel, do we do it? Do we?
Are you talking about a high five? Because no, I've just I'd like to kind of keep my distance from folks. You know, I just learned a lot of people don't wash their hands, so I'm gonna stay over here. Is that not what you meant? Oh, the
Teamwork makes the dream work.
team. That's right. Okay, I have heard that before. You know, that same guy was my cousin's uncle twice removed on my left side, I believe, and he said teamwork makes the dream work. And then he left us all there without the car. We missed the movie. It was a whole situation. Anyway, yes, let's give it a try. We have 2 more spaces for 2 more items. Are there other places to put? Like, are there other hand spaces also? Or just
No.
the 2 slots? Okay.
Just the 2
Oh, okay,
slots.
okay. I wasn't sure which one we were doing. Gotcha.
Right. Well, you know, I've given out all my little tasty wines. I have no more bagels. I've got no more cranes. I do have, a rope. I guess we'll try that. And she's just gonna toss the rope. All right, ancestors, be with me. Go on.
Or pull or roll.
I'm also going to pull. It has been a minute.
All right.
Babes.
It's one of those ancestors.
No!
Here we go.
I
1,
just
2,
saw
3.
chat. Not the storm can't stay on beat. It's whitewashed. Oh my
I'm dying.
god.
I'm dying. I don't know if I can't show up on captions or not.
Oh my goodness. You said what we were all thinking. Like the TikTok sound was happening, the door it
Is
was
that the
there.
Jack of Spades though?
Yes. It's a flavored
It's still
face card.
space.
Right?
It's a flavored face card.
Wish for is what you asked for. You asked for a spade, you got a spade.
I sure did. You know what? I'm gonna take it as a partial blessing.
Yeah, your RL ancestors blessed you, just not the end game one.
In the game, right? They said no, thank you.
So as you move to throw the rope, the challenge with 6 feet of rope being placed on a panel where the boxes are like this big is that it's not quite sure what it's supposed to be resting on. And as it flickers with that prismatic like energy, it starts to pulse and then it starts to hesitate in between pulses and then it stays glowing and then it goes out and it's just not quite sure what to do.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it might be, oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever said these words before, but I think it might be too big. I think it might be a little bit too
Oh.
big for the panel.
Oh, great, grandma. Oh my gosh, you are too much. But yeah, no, it does look like it's
Oh
an
my
issue.
goodness, I just realized how that sounded. Oh my god.
I was just thinking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
You were thinking it. I was not, but now we're both thinking
Well, now we're
it.
both thinking it. You're too
Oh.
much. Oh, all right. So, I do seem to need a smaller item or some sort of solution here.
I might be able to help you. I'm not supposed to, but I can send you. I don't want to go out there. There's too much going on. But listen here. Listen here. She really needs you. I know, but I'm more behind the scenes, sort of. I've been trying to get your aunt out here.
Which auntie was that?
Mavis.
Oh
she's
my God.
She's a little shy.
Auntie May, I haven't talked to her since the oh my God, the family reunion. What, years ago? Years ago, she came in with her new friend. They were very close. We haven't seen them since. Auntie Mavis, listen. Come on down, visit. Listen, there's a train situation here. I'm not sure how much you've heard, but we do need to get going. There's some sort of supernatural storm. I caught a picture. It's very nice. I'll email it to you.
I don't know if we can get email reception here, but I can see it through your eyes, and your eyes always are so beautiful.
Oh my God, thank you.
But I don't want to do the thing, Mavis. I don't want to do the thing. It could make it worse, but it could make it better. She can give you something from the ether that you could probably use. It's a little bit smaller.
Thank you. So I would appreciate that, because I just had a little issues with Uncle Mikey. I know, bless his heart, he doesn't even know. But yeah, let me. What do you got?
Okay, let me. What is that? It's a 19. I don't know who had this. It was just floating around, and I got it. It's just And she holds up this ethereal. You see it floating. You can't see her, but there's like this floating ethereal, totally outdated container of Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yes. Yes.
No, Vicks can heal all things. That's just
The
a fact.
Vaporub. Let's
we'll be
go.
fine. We can
No,
repair
I-
the train.
I don't know if you can touch it, but if you reach out and refocus, maybe you can touch it and bring it to you.
Oh my God. I mean, let me try. Can I do that?
Do you want to roll or pull?
Oh, how could it possibly be another face card, right?
Let me shuffle just in
Just
case.
had one.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
4 spades. God dang it.
Listen.
The RL ancestors are with Izzy.
That's what they are listening. Thank you.
You reach out and you say, all right, and just a little bit more, a little bit. Okay, I think you've got it. I'm manifesting it. We are manifesting it together. And then slowly, it does come into a full view, so to speak, and you feel the weight in your hand, and you have something you could place on the panel.
Oh, I've got a Vicks. This will fix everything. Trust me.
Truly.
You got the flu. You got a broken leg. You got a little heartburn. Vicks. Set the bottle down.
And with that, it starts to do that prismatic glow. It starts to flicker. It starts to circulate through all the colors of Roy G. Biv. And the train starts moving a little bit faster, and you hear emergency shielding in place. And you have the shielding from the storm has actually come down. So the rocking doesn't feel as severe. There's one panel left, one little square on that tree left.
That shooting, we are more victorious.
I'll take it.
All right, and Kora, were you going to try to put something there? Or was someone else?
I want to make sure if Brie had another thing or Fixie, if there were other things that you needed. Like Kora's ready to like cheer you on, and I'll be that second hand that you can't utilize.
And I was about to say, you also can change positions. Someone else can try to put their hand
Oh, we
there if
could
they
tag
like.
out.
It really depends on how you want to do this.
All right. Kora, make you put your hand here. I'm going to try something. I have one item left, and it is a very good item. It is a complete sewing kit that can mend anything. By the power of God and our ancestors, it will mend this tree. So we can get
Let's
out of here.
go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Quick change. Woo.
Pull? Do you want to pull or roll, Core? I just want to see something experimentally, just for my own self.
Okay. I will pull. Oh, bless the Clovers
able to.
have me.
You're able to
You're
switch
part of
out
the
with no
numbers club.
problem. Yes. All right, Fixie. Would you like to pull or roll for the usage of that item?
To roll.
Okay.
Six.
The ancestors are truly with you. And as you place that item on that particular slot, that very last one, you hear, I am only saying it is none of our descendants that forget to wash their hands, forget to send messages to their mother on the birthday. Some people don't have relationships with her. I am saying if they do have the relationship, they are good and loyal to it. If not, they find good family and they still go on. There is no problem. I don't think anyone's family is perfect, but I think that it could be one. First of all, I am not having conversation with someone who has not gotten off of the material floor of this plane since we have started. I can sense you're not open to like communication. Oh, look, my descendant has put the thing there, and now things are moving. With all fairness, your descendant's not the only one that's contributing to the solution here. I am endeavoring to be polite because all of us do not like this one, Sir Alfredo. But perhaps you should see to your husband before you begin to ask questions about what is happening in this situation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now all of you are connected in a way where you can hear all of this is happening and interacting. And with that, as the train stutters a little bit, and it's rough because none of y'all are professional drivers, but you see in front of you almost a holographic screen come out of the panel that shows you the track in which direction that you're going in front of you, like a holographic 3D projection of the track, and it moves as if it's showing you how the train is moving along with it. You also hear some knocking as the train starts to go faster because Dustin, Chad, and Becca are trying to get back on, and Teddy's like, I'll go let him in. I'll go let him in. And with that, we will go to our first break. Stretch your legs, get some hydration, and we'll be back in about 10-ish, 15-ish minutes.
Loudly. I'm kidding.
Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you for bearing with us as we took a break to exist as humans. I feel much better now. Okay, so charity updates. Thank you all. We hit it before we even started role playing. So here at the channel, we hit the 100, and stretch goal 300 from Friends Who Roll Dice would be really dope. We are raising funds for Trans Lifeline, a trans charity by trans people for trans people. And this is one leg of the Team Emporium relay, and we hear that the next stretch goal for the team got bumped up to a sweet $5,000. I think we're sitting at like 3,100 or somewhere around there. At should we hit that $5,000 between tonight and tomorrow's end of the relay, I do believe J-Rock the God owes us the sweet, sweet entity that is known as a skickle. And he will consume a skickle. And you're like, Jess, what on earth is a skickle? Twitter exists. You can check J-Rock the God's Twitter. There's a skickle. But if you must know, that would be one singular hollowed out pickle filled with the candy known as Skittles, and then topped off with some Capri Sun juice. Quite an infusion. I'm not gonna lie, I would try it. I am not grossed out by it.
One now, actually.
You are a brave
The
soul.
sweet and sour. It sounds like a new subquest of
is it a sweet
umami.
pickle or a salty pickle? Because if it's a sweet, this is just getting nastier by the. Why do I need to know this? Never mind.
I assume it's a dill pickle, so like the like saltiness of a dill. It's sour.
It's. I kind of want to know if it's like a dried pickle, but I don't think they do that. And I don't know if it would make it better or worse.
Kool-Aid pickle.
I would try but not enjoy it. Kool-Aid pickles, they exist.
What's a Kool-Aid
You gotta
pickle?
live yellow. Oh, you only live once. I'll
Is
say
it
that much.
pickled in Kool-Aid?
Yeah, like imagine the process of vodka gummy bears, but
Right.
for pickles and Kool-Aid, the powder packets.
You only lived once, but if you eat a skickle, you may live a cursed life, a half-life. Like unicorn.
Not
blood.
quite mortal.
But that's where we're at. I think we still have incentives live for whatever our train babies are here for. So you can make us pull, live another day, or risk our hearts. But yeah, honey, would you like to take us back in?
Yeah, I was just.
I'm so sorry.
Still
Don't worry
all
about
grossed
it.
out by the skickle. Also, Spinks were all said we existed as humans, and I'm like, yes. Now that we've pulled back on our human skins, we're prepared to perform for thee. Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out where the rest of the pickle goes that you hollow it out. It's just like
It
I
goes
would
to
eat it.
purgatory where you finna go after you eat that skickle.
You just eat it. You just take your apple core, pull out the seedy, juicy, meaty goodness of the inside of a pickle, and you eat it up.
Because
I don't know how much goodness is really involved in this
Right.
process.
Okay.
I do think because the skin is an important part of it. You know, it
Really
provides.
hard for me to let go of the meaty pickle meat thing, but you know.
I'm too ace for these innuendos.
I don't understand.
Anyways, the people on the train. We on a train, the train is going, and there were no skickles on this train. As we continue on, or who knows, the train has begun moving at a decent pace. Again, it's really dependent upon everyone's contributions. I would say you get up to 50% of how fast this train can actually go. You've got the emergency shielding up so your train isn't rocking. You all can see the flash of colors and so on outside the windows as you pass by. Question. Did you all close the conductor's train cart door behind you, or you left it open?
I was
Who came in
thinking-
last?
Probably
I think I
Kora.
opened the door. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we weren't in the habit because I think they were
No,
closing.
we
on
were because it was
We were
hot and
because-
gross behind us. We were actually in
Yes.
the habit of closing it. Remember? Because
Okay. Yeah.
escaping and bad things kept happening to the car. So we were like, ugh, every time.
That's true.
I remember.
All right. So Teddy worked his way out. You have not seen Teddy since he left to go help Chad, Justin, and Becca get back on the train. It's almost like listening to a radio that you can't turn down. Your ancestors having these conversations. You're learning a lot that you didn't know about your family. Yeah, there's people you didn't even know existed that are speaking and so on as you draw upon this energy and this history and this legacy. And For the two people with their hands on the panels right now, which I think are Brie and Kora, I'm going to need you to either roll or pull to see how you both are working together to steer this train, since it's two different people with your hands there.
Okay, dope. You rolled a 4, I rolled a 5.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
That's it.
So collectively, you all are balancing each other out. You know, you're just kind of managing to get this rhythm and flow going, so to speak. And how does the communication between you two work to make sure you all are staying on track?
I'm imagining a lot of workout metaphors and cheese metaphors that somehow just mold together beautifully.
Yup, totally. You're just like, okay, you know how you stretch and pull, something about weigh and weights? Like, it's the same process. So we've got to.
Same letter. I get it. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you stretch with the bands, and then you have a band of cheese. I think that's how it works.
Yes,
You got
I
that
had string
protein,
cheese as a
right?
kid. Yeah. Totally. A little to the left.
Yeah, got it.
That's just a comment drift compatible.
Yeah.
And so they are, like, again, ancestors. I think that Kora and Brie do have the chillest ancestors out of this group, though. I will say that from an ancestral level, like the cheese and the workout people, they're just sort of.
That tracks.
Important to keep your cheese refrigerated.
Oh my god. I think it's the delivery on top of it.
Yes, okay. Meanwhile, what are Fixie and Mabel up to as they are watching these people steer the train? Your items have dissolved, your little pieces are flickering, your ancestors have now gone on to a different phase of their. It may not be an argument, like, it's difficult to tell if your ancestors actually like each other or if they're mad, because the tone is the exact same.
This is just
They are engaged
conversation.
in a spiritual mediation process.
Yes.
So I am looking around the train cart trying to see if there's anything else we can do, because we are doing our best, but it seems like it's not going at maximum speeds, you know? So maybe there is something else that can be addressed or situated. So I'm looking to see if anything is not lit up that should be, or perhaps something is sticking out. We don't know what we're looking for, really. We're just looking.
I mean, it's a good idea. What we could try, is if there's extra just weight aboard the train we could get rid of. A lot of empty boxes, a lot of cardboard. I don't really know what these things are about, but we probably don't need all of them.
Don't be too hasty throwing away things we don't know what it is.
Oh, I mean, how many? The train is running. How many pieces could it possibly use? Let me just hit my mic. There you go.
I would sooner arrive and find we have too much than not get there and not have enough. All right?
All right, I understand. So we'll try the turning on the lights and turning off the switches and the buttons. Let me know if you see anything.
Off yet, wait.
Oh my god, your instructions are very unclear. Okay, I'm just doing my best.
She's just doing her best. Maybe if Fixie could say, again, you have one more time. You have one more time to say something about my descendant. And what are you going to do? We literally don't exist on the mortal plane. What are you going to do? And as you all are looking around, I will give you the opportunity to risk a pull or a roll to see if you can see something that might help you.
No,
I'll do a roll, see if I can find something that's going to be helpful. All right. Let's see. 4.
Okay. What are you going to do, Mabel?
I'm gonna pull. Also, I have 1 heart left, so if I do not pass this, someone
Wait,
save
when did
me.
you get down to 1? Oh, no,
I
you did
gave
pull two
one
fingers,
to
yeah.
Kora, and then I pulled a face card in
Mhm.
some situation. Like, it's fine. It will be
No.
fine. However, if this goes wrong, do not throw me off the train. I will be keeping an eye on everyone.
I'm trying to remember how.
Would you like to be buried or cremated just in case?
We don't. No, we don't do that here. You know what? Put
You
my
become one with the
ashes.
mushrooms?
I'm gonna just put me in a little spaceship and send me out to space. I saw it on TV once. It's very
You don't
nice.
want to go to the mausoleum with your ancestors? No?
Give me a little, like, how about like a nice article of clothing? Just so I can say part of me is there, and then the rest of me is going on vacation.
All right. Which sock you want? Left or right?
Oof. Can you do a glove? I don't, I'm wearing sandals.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So a roll was done, and a pull has been done. And you both passed. And what you notice is you didn't see it before, but there are, in front of the panel, there are 2 vaguely foot-shaped grooves.
This is about to be a whole ass trip!
Roll up like Voltron. I'm gonna just stick a whole sandaled foot in there because I don't really trust people washing their feet.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a sandaled foot. But I'll roll up to I think I just volunteered left sandal, so I'm go right sandal.
All right, and Fixie?
Well, I will take the other side then.
Okay.
It's looking like Twister in this train car.
Now, I would like to remind the chat that we do have incentives where you can make these lovely people pull once, twice, or 3 times. Or you can make everyone have to pull with a generous donation of $50. With that said, I still can ask them to roll or pull at any time, but I like audience participation because it makes us feel like one big family. And also, they can't say it's my fault. So, Fixie and Mabel, because this is something you all are doing together, I will allow you both to agree if you're going to roll or pull. I will do 2 pulls, and you all can decide if you want the hope or the happenstance, depending on the result. If it ends up if one is a happenstance and one is a hope, you can choose which one you would like to do. I know most people would choose hope, but I like giving people options.
Most likely Mabel does not wish to leave the mortal plane, so we're
Exactly.
going to go for the hope.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can pull and do that. Are you ready?
All right.
Let's go.
First, what
Love
the
you,
heck?
Zach.
Jesus Christ.
Woo! Okay.
All right. Okay.
It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. It takes a minute for you all to find your drift compatibility. It takes a minute. There's like, and it may be because of the clash between your ancestors.
I hope we can just get along. Clearly, we want the same thing, and nobody is to blame here.
Oh, no one's arguing. This is just how we talk. It's a very heated conversation. We're passionate people.
Perhaps we can take the heat and just make it some warmth instead.
Oh,
Perhaps.
You know what? I do love. It's good for my skin. Just that, a little bit of like a fine oil, to really lock in the moisture. You're good for all winter.
Castor oil. That's right. Yes.
That's what I've been
Some
saying.
good black
yes.
castor oil. Yes. Yes. Mm-mm.
And as you all come together, and in that, there's a faint glow that emits from under your feet. Oh my goodness. You both hear the arguing die down as they begin. Your ancestors infused you both with the energy to complete this process. But it takes a minute. Like, the train actually starts to slow down when both of you first step into it.
Oh no!
And then it stutters a little bit before picking up speed. And it's probably because your ancestors have to come to a truce of some type in their disagreement to them. Wait, they're doing something, I'm trying not to be mean. I am trying not to be mean and telling you to shut up. But look, they are doing something together. Oh, look, they look so precious. They're starting to work together. Look at that. Look at her toes. You see, I was so worried they would come out weird looking because, my children, their toes were a little weird looking, but I married someone and I was hoping it would end up to balancing it out, and her toes are just so cute. Hold it. Who cares about the toes? What in the doesn't matter if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 12 toes. They are trying not to die. I am just saying, it takes confidence to wear sandals when you travel, and your confidence comes from having nice looking toes. Oh my goodness, I am so glad her pinkies are the same size. What does that have to do? You see how that sounds? But slowly. But they are doing good. Yes, they are doing so good. Look at them working together. I told you all they had to do was work together. You honestly did never say that. You never said that. Let's agree to disagree. Like, you saw it how you saw it. And this is just going on as you both step into this hole. And Brie and Kora can hear this as well. It's a whole thing. But the train starts moving faster. You see, the track keeps going. You get to 50%. You get to 70%. You are at 85% capacity. And this train is going at a healthy pace. It no longer feels super hot in this particular cart anymore. The AC has kicked back in. You start to hear voices faintly in the cart, like behind you, that don't sound just like Teddy, but it's hard to make out who it may be because, again, you all are on Ancestor Wi-Fi right now, so you can hear all what's going on there. 85 goes to 90%. And then a screen pops up that says, please enter coordinates.
Oh shit. This is where they messed up last time.
What's the city
Anybody have a compass?
Now you know that there are all those books over to the side within reach that are leather bound, and it'd be pretty easy to just grab one, maybe see if some numbers were there and just put those in randomly. Because Atlas travel is pretty much a version of GPS. Everyone has a good series of Atlas in their travel vehicle of choice, and you pick your coordinates and enter it in, because most people travel on bike. So that is an option that you all have to figure out coordinates, or you could put in random numbers. Who knows? That is a choice that this whole drift party will have to decide on.
Our ancestors have guided us so far.
This is
We could
way
believe
too
in them.
important to put to randomness. Randomness is what got us in this mess in the first place. So
Randomness of our previous generations, like ancestral randomness. Look, I don't know how a spoon, a match, a crane, and a rope made this work.
And a hippo.
And a hippo.
So cute.
So as far as I'm concerned, we've got even chance either way.
the hippo was very cute, but remember, we was talking to the man outside and he said, someone give him the wrong coordinates and that's how we got how the train did stop. Remember? So the coordinates is very important. What was the next stop we was going for the next city? We must look up the correct coordinates for that city in this book, and then we will know where we're going. Right?
That's a fair
Sounds
point.
like a good bet.
I'm glad you're willing to take this challenge, Fixie. I believe in you.
You're doing so good.
All right. Which book is it? My God. Can I roll to see if I can get the right book for like to figure out where we're going? Okay. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 3.
Well, time to draw 2 cards.
Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many hearts do you have?
3.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna be fine. I was gonna give one to Mabel if Mabel didn't make it, but Mabel's doing okay. God damn it. All right, what's the next one? Okay, so it's a 2. So how many hearts do I lose? 1. All right.
And this was so you pull out a book. It's very dusty. And it's about 5 years out of date. So you can get coordinates from this book, but how actually how accurate they will be is difficult because you all were traveling to New Cali, and it's gone through several iterations of new.
It could be a whole different station location. We can't go by this.
But it's the information you have. Or you could, trust fate and listen to the ancestors.
I'm going to listen to my ancestors because they will not steer me wrong. Never mind this dusty book.
Oh, now's just a good idea. I see how it is.
I didn't say it was a bad idea. I just said I wanted to make sure. What? Oh.
Don't cradle my courage and tell me it's raining.
What?
That was a pun.
That's a saying. That's an old adage passed down through some families, I guess, not mine. But
passed down through cheesecloth anyway.
The dogs gave you an amen outside.
I said, please. Please.
Okay. So, for the sake of narrative flow, you all have an outdated atlas, and you all have a direct connection, which is actually pretty rare. Well, probably not for Mabel, because Mabel never got the memo that once they've passed on, it's not the same as you having phone access. It's just kind of... I heard...
Mabel is clearly some kind of medium.
just kept...
Very connected.
Oddly, never listened when they said, maybe now's not a good time to jump on the stage. Oh, there she goes. Okay. But they've always been there for you. Because we're telling a story, this is a 2-shot, why not have some fun? And because there's some people that still have some hearts out there, so y'all will be okay.
I tried.
Oh, wow.
I just y'all will be okay. I can allow you all, each one of you, to do a pull to see if your ancestors, it's a 4-digit, conveniently enough, coordinate thing, to see if you all can get enough connection with your particular ancestors that they can give you a number, like an override number, so to speak, that might help you all push through this particular challenge. Because why not?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Do we all pull?
Mm-hmm.
We all pull.
Pull.
And the deck is like significantly thinner. Now I could add everything back in there and we can just say,
Stuck
hey.
full of face cards.
No. We
Okay.
die like players.
So I'm going to draw 4 cards and look at them to tell you what happens. Oh,
It's the okay.
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 it's numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh! Aces save us this time.
Oh my God.
There was an ace, a 7, an 8, and an ace.
Beautiful.
And for anyone just joining us, we established that aces count as numbers because value of 1. For purposes of this game.
Yep. All right. Oh, that's fun. The spent pile is taller than the unused pile now. So I'm going to go to each person and have you describe to me what it looks like or what your character is doing to make this plea to their ancestor for this guidance. And we'll start with the drift besties that are using the hands, and we will go to Brie.
So, Brie is going to take out her journal and charcoal that she hasn't gotten to use and sort of scribble out a design for a shield prop she's been thinking about for a while. It's a wheel of cheese, and it's got a little bit of it almost looks marbly and has a little she used the decorative dagger for that door before, but it has that sticking out of it, and then just using this image of and it has her ancestors' coat of arms, but again, cheese mostly. So yeah, it's a shield resembling cheese, but not actually made out of cheese. And just sketching that and sending that up as to represent the Xavier line. Please guide my hand. Show me the way. Do not let our product curdle and be unusable.
And you do this with one hand, like you're doing you're sketching like this.
Luckily, she's left-handed.
So there we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Well, I think. Where are we going? Oh, yes, I am going to go with. Do we know this? I don't know. Just say a number. We're spiritual. It's supposed to be just gonna work. Okay. Ooh, my precious child. The number you are looking for. Just know it. 23. 23. We put in there.
Thank you, ancestor.
That's a very nice drawing. Like if you could carve that into a big wheel in your next competition, which I think you might want to do after you finish this, you could just put this beautiful sketch in there, just melt it in there.
Yes, duly noted. And again, for anyone who wasn't here yesterday, again, if you've played Dragon Age Inquisition, the shield that's cheese, that's what she made.
Okay. Kora.
Yeah, I think Kora, they see Brie, for at least from Kora's perspective, masterfully using that charcoal to make something beautiful. One-handed, no less. I don't know how you're bracing the journal, but you're doing it. So I'm like, okay. Oh, we have to ask for help. That is what we said. Okay. And trying to focus, and they decide they'll take the resistance band, and because they only have one hand, they'll hook it to the bottom of their foot and then pull it up and start trying to do bicep curls so that they can focus better. They're like, okay, I think we're strong enough for this. I mean, obviously I'm strong enough physically, but we've been through a lot, even in just the past hour, and I'm gonna build a shrine for you all. So if you could do us one big favor and not fight and help us out just a little bit more and figure out where we need to resonate this train, that would be so dope.
I got you. We're gonna do 4 by 4. We're gonna do 4 by 4, but not the multiplication. It's just gonna be 40, 40. But a 4, 4. But I liked how 4 by 4 stood because you could do that whole routine. But 44. 44 is gonna be the number that you put in there. We're gonna do 44. A shrine would be good. I am getting requests that there be a squat rack in the shrine. That is what I am saying. At the bare minimum. not really about weights. I'm really not about weights, but oh wait, like somebody wants to. Okay, what? All right, like I have a workout finished, and somebody else is gonna come and take over for me because like I've been doing this whole time. Hey.
RTX bands. I got you.
Oh yes, thanks for being patient with me. That cat was like adorable. I had to stay back there for a minute. But I'm glad y'all figured this out, man. Y'all like I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I don't know what I figured out. I just know I really like these people and I like hearing from you all.
Yeah, like they were telling me we really need to be like better at communicating. And I thought like we were, but you didn't need that hyping, but everyone needs to be hyped up. So like we're gonna do that. Like that's our commitment. And you don't have to get a squat rack if you don't want. But if you do, like that's a choice you can make.
Again, tapping these thighs. Squat rack's gonna happen. It's the least I can do.
That's one thing that we have going for us is thighs. Like there's nobody that hasn't got the thighs. Like that we don't have a motto because a motto feels too restrictive and everyone's personal motto differs based on where they are in life.
Totally.
But if we did, it would have something like thighs in it, I'm pretty sure.
We'll workshop something new. Because like thighs are in now. There was a point where they weren't and I was really confused and I didn't like that. But now thighs are in, so I'm kinda cool.
You've always been cool, but other people now can see it.
Okay.
Somebody just told me thick thighs save lives. I don't know how true that is. It was one of the other ancestors, but that's like worth it. Like maybe that can be the motto.
Yeah. It's one of my faves, not gonna lie.
Because that's what you're doing. You're saving lives, and you've got thick thighs.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And you get the number 44. So to Fixie and Mabel's drift situation, what does Fixie do to reach out to her ancestors?
Fixie has been keeping our foot firmly planted in the foot place, but also stressed out and slowly ripping her hem of her shirt. So now she has a handful of threads and she's just fidgeting and like wrapping the threads around her hand like some kind of a worry bracelet. And so this is very stressful and there are no mushrooms here. I don't have my little sketchbook to draw little happy animals and plants in. I gave away all of my things. I don't have my little worry stone. So Fixie is just wrapping the bits of cloth around her hand and just trying to think as positively as possible. We have come so far. We have done so much together as a group and we are continuing to stay positive. Yes, Lord, we're just doing our best out here to continue on this path of righteousness. And eventually we will get to where we are going because we are taking care of each other and also of ourselves. Everyone in this place has such a good heart, no matter how much they go on about cheese. We still care about everybody in this room. We are all equal and everyone here is blessed. We are going to make it together. We got this.
Oh my goodness, it does not have to be that much. That is nice. You could have just said, oh, please help us. But I like that you are thinking about everyone. Yes, I think the number we are going to go with is 18. 18 is a good number. I think that's a good rounded number. Also, I don't understand. Is that person so into the cheese? Because the ancestors for her is here and they're all about the cheese. I figured that out. It took a long time for me to figure out this cheese thing. I don't think that is really a thing, but They are saying there are some things they can do with cheese I did not even know is possible.
Cheese began as a way to preserve milk. And milk is what the mother gives to the child for nourishment and for love and for healing, because it passes on the antibodies. So I believe that the way that they show love is to help each other preserve the cheese. And so it is a way of them showing that they care for everybody by helping them learn better ways to preserve the cheese. I think that they really do just channel all their positive energy into the cheese. And you know what? I don't have to understand it, but I can just respect it.
I think that is a good policy to have. I think that is. They said you can grill a cheese. I say, how do you grill a cheese without any bread? They said you can grill the cheese. Then there is another cheese that they are saying you eat with the honey. I have never in my life said we're going to eat a cheese with some honey. But they let me taste the spiritual memory of how that is together. And let me tell you something. That is good. That is good. If they bring that to the cookout, we are eating good. Then they said
I'm
we
gonna
put an
ask.
apple.
I will see if Brie will share some with me.
Yes, with the apple and the
Oh, the
honey
apples.
and the cheese. It is a good thing. It is so good.
I did try the fig with the Brie, and it was very good.
Ah, my goodness. But you are doing good. You are doing good. And the one that likes to dance and all the rainbow stuff, yeah. Our ancestors go on and on and on about toes and ankles and all of this weird stuff, and they start talking and they don't stop. I thought it was because they don't need to breathe because we have moved on. But then I was listening to that one, and I know she has not moved on yet, and she just keep a talking too. I think it is a thing like the thighs and the cheese, but might be a good companion. Might be a good companion. It's a good crew.
I think so.
And what does Mabel do to appeal to her ancestors?
All right, so I've gone through all my items. I did pick up a few cranes. Those were great. Helped us get that thing open. I traded away the bagel for that. That's okay. I've given away my tiny bottles of wine, and I just threw the rope. It was too big, if you recall. I am fresh out of items. However, if possible, I would love to read. Uncle Mikey, I know you're avoiding me, but if we could just have a talk. Listen, I just want to say, it's all water under the bridge. I just being here now with my friends and trying to get through this whole storm situation, it's really shown me the importance of things like family and cheeses. And sometimes you can't look for inheritances everywhere, sometimes the inheritance is the wisdom passed down from your perhaps potentially cheap Uncle Mikey or perhaps others. I don't know. So I just really want to say you're invited to the cookout / picnic, whatever it is that we call it in Long Island. You're welcome to come. Bring the kids. Bring Sandy. She's going to love the nail. I just got a great pedicure from this out down the street. She was fantastic. Let me tell you, I was in there out of there 10 minutes. And every toe, immaculate. Impressive stuff. Anyway, that's all I got to say. And also, if you could help us by giving me a number, I guess we need like a coordinate of some sort. I don't know. Thank you. Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Short and Wide Island. Excuse me. I was
Short,
corrected.
Wide Island.
We don't have a Long Island here. We got a Short, Wide Island. Archipelago, I think someone corrected.
Oh, I'm not crying. That's not what's happening.
I'm getting verklempt.
It's just, allergies. How do you get allergies in the afterlife? There's no allergies in the after. She was talking to me. Okay, look. I'm gonna give you the coordinates. It's 52.
Oh, Uncle Mikey. You do too much.
It really does touch me because I really am not as cheap as they say.
I knew
It's
it.
just I'm not as good with financial decisions. And that had consequences.
Sure, sure.
But yeah, and I also don't know if I should be the one to tell you this. All right, we've had a lovely time talking. We've had a wonderful time talking.
No, let him speak. It's been a while. Let him speak.
I know, but like there's some things, like you don't have to lie to your children about like the Santa Claus or anything like that, but there's just some little things that you don't tell your kids so that they can keep like the mystery and the dazzle. You tell them, yes, I'm the one that brings you the gifts, but you can still play pretend like there's a Santa or a tooth fairy and so on. You don't kill that little bit of a creativity. You love talking to us. We love talking to you. You even invite us to all your birthdays and all your everything. But does she actually know? We can't but bring, and you're just so kind and sweet and wonderful, and we're always there for you.
Wait, but you will be bringing something to the cookout potluck situation, right?
Of course, of sorta. Like it's us. We come and you just
Okay, because
You
I've been
know,
inviting my neighbors, and their potato salad is just not. It's. I need something else, you know.
yeah. After you get through this and you live and you with all your friends and so on, we'll have another talk, and I'll tell you where you can find some of our like amazing cookbooks and stuff that we've like passed down through the family. Um, and like we're always there with you in spirit. Like we're always there with you in spirit.
Ugh.
But does she actually like? Does she know that like? Look, Mikey, you already made up. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna end it on a positive note. Your number's 52, darling.
52,
Your number's
thank you.
52.
Wonderful.
And now I'm going to go talk to this person. They said they can do something amazing with rice. I have never seen it before. And then there was some other stuff with some grilling. And then there's cheese. And we're over here. I don't think now is the time to tell them that we're having a. We're not celebrating yet. We know you haven't got to the end. We're just
Oh,
bonding.
we're close. Sure.
We're just
Us too.
bonding. And with that, who's gonna put in the coordinates?
Fixie. It's your idea.
Fixie!
Yes.
So they volunteered Fix.
I have been voluntold that I will be the one. All right.
All right. Do you want to roll or do you want to pull?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Thank you. God. 4.
5.
No!
So close.
Ooh.
First card.
Okay.
Second card.
Yes.
Oh,
So I still have 2 hearts, or I lost one.
You,
Do that
you
too.
both of them passed.
Okay, I don't know anymore.
You're good.
Okay.
And you put in the coordinates.
Okay. Pretend to
Newer
type.
new Cali locked in, and the whole train begins moving almost through autopilot. Like Kora and Brie feels like a little bit of jerking sometimes, and you put your feet in it. You're just like, wait, but you're not having to guide it as much as the train starts on its way. And it goes and it goes and it goes and let's see. Slowly, you hear the sound of all the ancestors that become background noise fades away, and you start to hear more of what's happening on the train. The storm outside seems to have not completely dissipated, but it has subsided. The train is no longer rocking dangerously. And in time, you do have Teddy peeks in a couple of times to check on you, and it's like, y'all doing okay in here? Y'all doing okay in here? I can get y'all some Oh, the people's back. The other
Oh.
three. They made.
Everyone's back.
Fantastic.
I don't know. Sunny has not come out of her cabin, so I'm assuming everything is okay. Dustin and the other ones, they on the train somewhere. But yeah, it looks like some of them have come back. Daisy looking rough. Like, I don't know what happened there, but Daisy looking rough. Oh my goodness. Like,
It's the inside reflecting the outside.
oh
Nature's
my-
healing.
Flush as a daisy.
One could say our reflection did show who she was inside.
Yes.
Now
Thank you,
somebody
Jess.
donated $50, which means as
Shit.
we hurtle towards the end of this particular thing, Teddy's giving you an update. You hear ETA 20 minutes. ETA 20 minutes. Please commence the disembarkation process. And Dustin is like, I've gotta, and Teddy, don't you do nothing. Don't you do nothing but sit there.
Also, wash your hands.
Well, I wash my hands.
Do it again.
And Becca's like, I second that. Like, I really think you should wash your hands.
Yeah. We'll get like a UV light checker installed in here.
Oh, I don't want to see that. No, thank you. Mm-mm.
We're not gonna be here.
Oh, fair. Okay.
And as you pilot this train, you're almost there. You've almost made it. You all went from 5 or 6 carts back, battled through the most weird spiritual kind of reality but not reality thing, got stuck in a squat. All kinds of stuff has happened. You've seen your ancestors, you've heard your ancestors, you've learned secrets that you didn't know before. Some of you got in contact with your ancestors for the first time. And you're almost there. It's the home stretch. So, beautifully, narratively, everyone gets a pool because we had someone generously donate $50. So, are you all ready?
Salute them all.
First pool.
Make it happen.
Spades. That's probably Mabel's ancestors.
That's Mabel's. Yeah.
Second pool. Hearts. Oh. Third pool. Spades. And fourth pool. Oh.
Ooh.
A face card.
That's probably Kora. Sorry, Kora.
I will catch a grenade for ya.
Actually, for the first time, that's Brie. Because it went Mabel, Fixie, Kora, and Brie.
Congratulations.
Your first face card.
I know. Was it a spade though? What was it?
That was a club. That's why it was a face card.
Our
but-
ancestors, what I do. All right.
And you have had your hand on this panel longer than anyone else, because originally on the other side Fixie started it and then Kora took over, but you have not stopped touching this panel. And as that screen flickers through your ancestors, you start to see it slows down a little bit. It's not going as quickly because you only have so many ancestors, right? So you're starting to get towards the end of what it's able to pull, and you start getting really tired. The train doesn't stop, but it's really draining you at this point, because not only is it pulling from your ancestral connection, but now it's starting to pull from your own personal connection as well. So for this last like 20 minutes, it's like you're running a marathon. Like you're expending a whole bunch of energy as this train slowly pulls into the station. And it is so fortunate that all of y'all passed those pools for the coordinates, because that means autopilot could kick in and you all don't have to roll to try to park the train. So
Woo!
that is what happened. And the train comes to a stop. And then you hear the automated announcements letting everyone know that they've made it. The door opens to the conductors, and you see Sunny standing there, leaning on her cane, looking at all of you. So I was looking up in about the hut.
What
This
else?
ain't this not where y'all usually are. I had to find you. Y'all weren't in the. There were some plants, but there was not you. So do you all still need the plants?
Like to inspect the plants before we make any decisions.
Okay,
Very wise.
I will just leave those there.
Can blot out your garden.
So close.
If nobody else got that, we're gonna continue on. So,
Oh, my eyes twitched. Oh, I saw.
dear Sunny looks a little bit concerned though. I was sleeping and had a really nice dream. I was dreaming about everything that happened before I started the sideshow, and that at first I was gonna just have an animal slideshow, but that didn't work out too well. And I put some money aside for a good friend of mine, Moon. Moon is no longer Moon. I think Moon is now Mooney, and they own that Galaxy Bucks thing. They have that Galaxy Bucks thing. Think it started at Galaxy Pennies. Now they had Galaxy Bucks. I'm waiting for it to be like Galaxy Grands. Oh, I'm funny. And this there's a guy. Come on. Then everybody was talking so loud in my head. It was a whole thing. And then I got some paperwork to fill out because they want to fire the conductor. It's a whole thing. Wait a minute. What y'all doing in the conductors?
That is an excellent question. Where is everybody who is supposed to be doing this job, and how do we file for hazard pay?
Oh,
And overtime,
Good
probably.
question.
okay, overtime has it paid. Don't need a garden anymore. Still want a tub of hot water.
With the Jets.
Okay. Well, congratulations, y'all did a wonderful job, and you are valuable members of this and employees of this. And what's the other words? Members, employees, folks. Y'all real
Family?
good. I was gonna say y'all was my family, because most of the people I know didn't already moved, and they're like, Sonny, when you coming? I say, I ain't coming there yet. Y'all don't have the same stuff we got over here. Like, there's some stuff they don't got over there, but one day. Okay. Pauses. Looks at Brie for a moment. Yeah, you look tired, child. You look real tired. Vacation pay too. So vacation pay, hazard pay, all that kind of pay.
That sound about right, yes.
All right, y'all, come on. I'm gonna cook for y'all tonight. Come on.
It's Sunny. The best. Ah!
And as you all made it to your destination, you did something that most people in this parallel universe don't get to do. You drove a train. Like, you all drove a whole train to a destination. I think we're about I'm watching the okay. We have enough time for this. I'm going to go to each person. I'm going to ask each person to give me sort of mentally where their character is, what they're thinking about. And if they had any message that they wanted to give their ancestors as they gather their belongings, somehow your bags are full with the exact same things that you had before you got in the conductors. And this time I'll start in the opposite direction that I did the other one. We'll start with Mabel, as Sunny hobbles in front of you all and gives you time to gather your belongings and so on. What's going through Mabel's mind, and what's one question or message that she particularly has for her ancestors?
Mabel's really had kind of an understanding, a lot of growth in these last couple of hours, and is now thinking she's still going to open her own show, of which she will be the star. But maybe now she'll have some co-stars, like 2 to 3 other folks who come, not necessarily sing backup. They can all be in a line with her. But she will have the most lines, obviously, and carry the melody.
Why, thank you, Beyonce. Very humble of you.
See, this is exactly what I was pulling exactly from Beyonce and the Destiny's Children. And I have always said I have a great voice, and I'm sure other folks do too, probably, I don't know. So she's going to at the end of this show use her vacation time to write up just a little table read for her and her new friends, called like the one star and her other friends who are also stars, kind of. And that's growth. That's movement for her. And as part of that, she's realizing this. She's rebuilt this connection with her family, with her Uncle Mikey. God bless his heart, rest his soul, all those things. I think she'll say, all right, so I've kind of come to this conclusion. Maybe it's not always about me all the time. How does one make that still kind of central focus on them while also trying to exist with their family, who I assume is great, y'all, with your wonderful advice, even Uncle Mikey, now that he's reinvited to the various cookouts and layouts and whatnot. I just want to stay connected, but also be the most important person in the room.
And you don't hear the one that you normally hear. You hear the voice of the one who gave you the Vicks Vapor Rub, and it's soft, and it's takes you a minute before you realize that she's probably been talking for a little while before she goes. All I'm saying is, oh wait, let me start again. I have to use my outside voice. Sometimes when you think everything is about you, you find out that you feel a lot better when you make that thing that's about you about how much you give to others, because then it's still originating with you, but like whether it's attention or time or advice or food or making things for people, at the end of the day, you're helping them, but you're helping yourself more than anything, because you're spreading love and you're putting that out in the world, and your legacy is going to be something great. So I just know that me and Lizzie, most people didn't get us at all, but we just spend our lives just giving and giving and giving. And yes, we probably had far too many dogs, cats, and birds, but hey, if they're hurt, you gotta help them. And we left behind a pretty good legacy, maybe not DNA based, but every little nice thing you do for somebody adds to how great and how many people you can help, even when you're not here anymore. So I don't know how much that helps.
I think I get what you're saying, and that is it's real good to hear. And Mabel takes a second to collect herself. Fixie, use this Vapo Vicks rub. It'll help you right up. There you go. Spreading love everywhere. I'm a saint. Thank you.
All right, work in progress, work in progress. We can work baby steps. Sometimes you just gotta start with baby steps, because that's how it goes. We're proud of you. And you're left with a warm feeling. Your ancestors still aren't quite sure if you realize when you invite them to the potluck that they're not actually there, but they still have conversations with you. Like, they still stay connected, deflect a lot when you're like, so what did you bring? Of myself, of course. You know, they just kind of go around. But you're able to start your show. You get a mysterious amount of funding. You're not quite sure if it's your vacation pay, but you get a letter that says it is from Moony Stars, and it says that they have been looking for some young entrepreneurs to invest in, and if you would like to be the first person as part of their Reach for the Stars initiative. And it is indeed from Moony Stars. Now, whether or not you all actually met them or not, but there's a lot of references in that particular letter to, like, we'd like to offer you this venti-sized opportunity. And, you know,
That's a pun. I can't believe you, honey. You turned sides.
Actually, I was just trying to do a play on words, but okay. And then there's something about, because we care so much and so on, and how they've offered you free access to some caramel drinks and so on. And it's a whole little cozy like thing, but your connection is strong. Your connection has always been strong, and it continues to be strong. And we will go over to Fixie. What's going through Fixie's mind? What is she up to? What's going on?
Fixie is so grateful she did not have to parallel park a train. Because what would that have even been like? Oh my God. But yeah, we survived a big trial and tribulation, and we have made it. And sometimes when you do this kind of traveling show life, you feel like, is this the best thing for me? Should I be out here in the road going to different cities, or should I be in one place? Is it better to be in one place with one garden, or is it better to spread out and pollinate all over the place with different plants and like get more life experience and meet more people and see the country and just get more out of it? So I feel like this whole experience has made Fixie feel like she's where she's supposed to be, and she's with the people she's supposed to be with. And it wasn't just a big risk-taking, crazy idea of getting this job and doing this thing and being the person who craves the outdoors, but also being trapped inside a small train car most of the time when you're between cities. So through all of it, it still felt like maybe you didn't make a mistake after all. And the ancestors reinforced the belief that as long as you are bringing your positive energy, there is no wrong space for you to be in. You are doing the right thing because you are being positive about what you're doing. So that Fixie's feeling pretty good.
All right. What question or comment or message would she give to her ancestors?
I think the question that Fixie would have for her ancestors, let's see, would be, how do you know when you've done enough and when you've seen enough and when you should be ready to settle down? Like, this is a fun time. We're having a good time. We feel good about it right now, but I don't know. When do you know that you've reached the end of the road and it's time to stop settling and trying to start to set down roots?
Into your response, the response that you give, it takes a minute. They're like, let me get back to you on that one. It could take some minute, like, hold please. And I finally say, my mother, father's, brother's grandmother once told me this. Where you put your roots is where you start growing. But a tree or plant, once it stops growing, it is dead. So while you are here, continue growing, continue sprouting new leaves and branches, and keep going. And sometimes your reach goes further than you expect. And over time, your leaves, they fall, right? Your leaves, they fall, they go back to the ground, and more beautiful things can grow. Over time, your seeds and the fruit and everything grows, and new plants come up. Over time, you become an ecosystem in and of yourself. There is no time that you say, oh, it's a time for me to stop growing. That is ridiculous. And once you stop growing, because you have done all you can do, even then, look at us. Well, you can't look at us. Listen to us. We are still here, contributing to the ecosystem of our legacy. So there is no time that you settle down, but there is a time and a season for different change.
So you never stop growing. Your root system can be vast and ever reaching.
Correct.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Now, I am not sure, but your grandfather says, I cannot keep saying, I keep saying maybe a goat. Maybe a goat is a good gift for you to give to the one that is dancing for the new business. But then he's like, no, nobody gives goats anymore. Why would you give a goat? So we are still trying to think. We are still trying to think of the good gift. You hear? She did not ask us what gift to give. But it is our job to advise. It is our job to advise. And this is what I am doing. This is what I am doing. Do you want to do this? You're not the one who wants to talk all the time. You sit over there and talk about everything that was wrong with life. Anyways, we are proud of you. We are happy for you.
Thank you.
And it's good. You make a difference. You do get your train car that is a greenhouse. Whether or not you take Mabel up on joining that show and get your own train and so on, Sunny is always there with a checkbook. Like, Sunny always pops up when you least expect it and is like, what do you need now? Because she's at that age. But yeah, you're left with that warmth, and know that they've never abandoned you. Even when they're quiet, they're just giving you the opportunity to grow more. Because sometimes you don't need their advice, and other times you do. Kora! What's going through Kora's mind? What's happening? What's up?
Yeah, I think Kora realizes, like, it's not, I think they were really content with being part of the crew, just like the biggest behind the scenes person, like does the heavy lifting, is part of the tech crew. I think they kind of like want to go over to Miss Sunny and like through time is like, I would love to be your assistant, you know, I want to help like project manage and like encourage, like get the people in the right places so that your troop can be the best troop. And is really like taking to heart the ancestors encouraging them on to be like, you've got this. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't think I could talk to people a whole lot, but I think I could cheerlead. I think that's where I want to be. I want to coach people. We got to live our best lives. And like, if I reach out to the ancestors one more time, I come to them enthusiastically. Like, I think this is it, but I've been way off base in life before, and I just got to make sure, like, is this the choice? Is it going to make me shrink my muscles too much? Like, what should I do, family?
It's always good to like have a plan. Like, you can do, remember, we're the this and, or it's just such an outdated kind of concept. So we're the and, you know. Get your workout on in the morning and then go help Miss Sunny and then have a like You can meal prep, you can get everything ready. Miss Sunny might like to go on a walk occasionally. Like, you can make it work, and then like you can help out like the Mabel and the Fixie with what they want, because you know how to handle like high energy and still stay chill. So like the sky's the limit. Thick thighs save lives. Oh, that still gets me. That's a good one.
I hope that holds up in like the next few generations. It's hot right now, but like,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter if
it'll be
other
fine.
people can vibe with it. That's what helps us, you know.
That's true. You're right.
You've got
I
this.
really like this. You all know so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for being here.
Like, we only know because you know. You know what I mean? Because the wisdom and knowledge is out there, and we all have access to it. We just got it a little bit sooner than you did because we were here a little bit, you know, longer and before you.
Wow. That's big. I'm gonna have to sit on that for a long time.
All right,
Thank
while you
you.
sit and make sure you hydrate, get those stretches in.
You know it.
All right. And Brie, our beautiful cheesy mistress of the cheese board.
And I think Brie was actually pretty into it when Mabel was having us all do that table lead so she could be the style and we were the styles, but not really the style. Because Bree's always wanted to try an on-stage role, see how that works out. And I think, imagine, like after doing that with whatever production Mabel decided to be a part of, Brie would kind of find her niche and like, okay, I like being on stage, but not necessarily as a main actor, more as in the stunt coordination. Like I can be henchman number one or something, and so and Brie's thing will begin to be, you know, like all the weapons that, you know, the props that will need to be made will be cheese themed, and then just learning how to do that so everyone can have a nice cheesy time. Especially taking inspiration from that drawing she did to truly connect to the ancestors and get that number needed to safely get us to our destination. And I think as far as her message to her ancestors, it would be a comment of thanks. Just thank you so much, ancestors. Show me the way and guide me on this unbelievable journey. Which is a unique pun. I specifically didn't use Brie until now. Specifically. So it would hurt more.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it's a beautiful type of infliction, and I think we've all been both blessed and also blessed and highly favored by these comments and puns. Also, your ancestors simply reply, I knew we gave you the right name. I knew we gave you the right name. You're just doing such a wonderful thing. You're doing such a wonderful thing. I was a little bit uncertain when you were at the table read and you just like, oh yes, I am the center and you are the surrounder, and it's like kind of like trying to make a charcuterie board and having too much salami on it. So I was not quite sure how that was going to go. But you seem to be comfortable, so we are proud of you. We are always going to be proud of you. Sometimes cheese needs more holes. Sometimes it does not need to be juice. But either way, it is still cheese, and there is always something that goes good with it. Not everybody will like the cheese. Sometimes the cheese smells so bad you don't think this is something someone can eat. But somebody somewhere decided to slather it on the cracker and eat it. So, no matter what decision you make, there will be some people that like it and other people who do not. All that matters is that you enjoy the pairing. And with that, everyone safe, everyone with their epilogues. We have ended this two-shot of Hope and Happenstance, and I hope you all truly enjoyed everything that happened. This is a purely original system. It's something that I enjoy running. It is something that I made up on the spot, this old adventure, and I'm so blessed and thankful to have been allowed to do this. And now it's my turn to be quiet, and the people that are running this to tell everybody what to do next. But thank you all so much.
That's okay. No, we again love the sound of your voice, love the absolute talent of your storytelling. Why don't you start us off? Who are you? Where can we find you? Get some quick outros before we go pass along this raid to the next charity relay section.
Me?
Yes.
I'm Honey, aka Honey and Dice. You can find me on Twitter at Honey and Dice. You can find me on Instagram at Honey and Dice. There is nothing on that Instagram. I just didn't want anyone to take the name. You can also go to honeyanddice.com where it talks about who I am, what I do, the different appearances that I made, and how you can hire or ask me to come and be on your stream or your show or whatever it happens to be. Or you can just ask me on Twitter. I run games, I write games, I play games, but mostly I'm just everyone's biggest cheerleader. And I'm not ending today's thing, so it won't be I'll leave you with, but I do want to encourage you all, as I always do, to love your you. And if that's hard today for whatever reason, know that that's okay, because it's okay to be okay, and it's okay not to be okay. Surround yourself with people that celebrate your successes and support you through your challenges. If they're not there, or they're only there in one of those circumstances, they weren't there to start with for you at all. But I want to be there for you. So know that my world is truly a better place simply because you exist in it. Stay growing, stay glowing, and thank you all so much for giving to this amazing cause that helps people who are indeed shining so brightly. Let's help them stay glowing.
Why are you such a giant ball of love? I don't have time for tears right now. Just stick those tears back up. Oh, thank you so much, honey. I'm gonna pass it along to Alesha.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's me. I'm Alesha, or Energy98 on Twitter. And then Petti Energy on Twitch. I do puns, clearly. I play. We're at an even 40. Perfect. I do puns. I have snakes, so sometimes there are pictures of them up on my Twitter. We'll see. In terms of places you can find me, so I will be over on Weave the Tale at 2:00 Central Time for Mutants Mastermind game, where I played Jessica Jones, a very proper person who definitely did not destroy the definitely did not unbounce the Chaos Nexus. Don't check the VOD. And then over on my own channel later on for probably more Overboard ! Which is a murder mystery game where you are the murderer. So it's about you getting away with it.
Holy crap! Look at the talent. Go check them out. Izzy.
Hello. Would that I had the words to sign off like Honey did, but I don't. So I'll just say, hey, retweet. Also, you can find me on Twitter, Z_Mist, Mr. the Y. Also, Pot Against the Machine, Wednesday nights or mornings on, podcast places. So check that out. And that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for coming to play with us. This was amazing. You all have such great faces, probably. I can tell. I can sense it through the interwebs.
Bless you, sweet bean. ThatJayJustice, please tell us who you are.
Hey guys, I'm ThatJayJustice. I'm a cosplayer as well as an editor for graphic novels and literature and a video game developer. You can hire me to help edit your comic book or consult on your video game. I'm on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all the fun stuff. I stream video games and cosplay progress and art and pie baking, all that fun stuff. It's been awesome getting to play this game with everyone and help raise money for Trans Lifeline. Thank you guys so much for contributing. Everyone was amazing.
I love it. Yes, okay. This was a two-shot, and it's very much an easy testament because we last minute put it together. Shout-outs to Drac for getting the ball rolling. Diversity is not hard to have at your table, and diversity and talent is not hard to find at your table because all of these lovely beings are talented. So if they want to be hired and you have means to hire them, acknowledge their talent. because they're awesome. I'm Jess, I use they, them pronouns. I am but one of 3 caretakers at Utopia, a all POC channel doing POC things for tabletop, telling the stories we want to tell, and seeing the things that we want to see. Tonight we raised $170 unique to this Friends Who Roll Dice one shot, and we are getting ever closer to that wonderful magical skickle to be consumed by J-Rock. 5K, let's go. We have one more stream tonight, and we are gonna go raid one of my besties, Sinziek. He is the Sunflower King. He's cozy. They can often be found playing Final Fantasy, but tonight we are playing a little bit of Dead by Daylight. Something here. It's a fog. I don't play, but I know it's spoopy and it's great, so please go give him the love in chat. I will copy pasta the raid message. Our producer's gonna take us out, but let's finish this night strong. And I adore you all. Please take care, be safe, make choices. Bye-bye.